She won't resist. It's not a choice, it's biology. And you're about to discover the 4 places where your touch triggers an uncontrollable desire. There's a hidden code in female behavior, a pattern few men understand. This isn't about cheap manipulation or obvious tricks, but about ancient psychological triggers so powerful that once activated, attraction becomes inevitable. Today, you'll learn how to press these secret buttons, and the results will shock even you. What would you do if you knew a simple touch on her wrist could make her lose focus? Or that one specific phrase said at the right moment shuts down her logic? By the end of this video, you'll master something so powerful she'll wonder, why did I give in so easily? And the answer will be in your hands. If you've ever felt like some women are immune to your advances, today changes everything. This knowledge isn't in books or generic courses. It's a secret of the top 1%. Curious? Hit like now, because what comes next isn't for those afraid of real results. Subscribe and stay till the end, if you dare to use it. Secret Touch 1. The power of the wrist. There's a strategic point on her body that, when touched with the right intent, triggers an involuntary response. The wrist. It's one of the most sensitive yet overlooked spots, where the skin is thin and nerves are exposed. A subtle brush there, disguised as accidental, sends a direct signal to her brain, and it's something she can't rationalize. This works because the wrist is a discrete erogenous zone linked to the autonomic nervous system, which controls unconscious reactions. Don't grab or squeeze, just a light, fleeting finger graze during conversation, like when passing her a drink or pointing at her phone. The key is naturalness. The more casual, the more effective. She won't realize what happened, but her body already registered it. This technique is rooted in attraction psychology, proving how subtle tactile sparks create wordless connections. Why does this work? Because the female brain is wired to respond to touches in vulnerable zones. The wrist is one, and activating it bypasses her logic, making attraction feel effortless. Studies in human behavior show women exposed to subtle touches in these areas report feeling more emotionally open. You're literally unlocking a door she didn't know existed. But be warned, it only works if the touch is brief and non-invasive. Make it obvious, and the magic fades. The goal is to leave her wondering, did he mean to do that? That tension keeps her intrigued. And the best part? She'll never know you're in control. Now imagine combining this touch with a specific phrase whispered the moment her eyes lock with yours. The next secret is so powerful, it can make her forget her own name. Secret Touch 2. The whisper that disarms resistance. There's a critical moment in every interaction where one word, delivered in the right tone, can shatter her defenses. The strategic whisper. Lean in slightly, as if sharing a secret, and deliver a simple but loaded phrase. Your low, close voice creates a hypnotic effect. This method draws from manipulation psychology, showing how proximity and soft tones hijack unconscious attention. It's not what you say, but how. Phrases like, "Did you notice something different today?" Or "I knew you'd do that," whispered with a calculated pause, spark instant curiosity. Her brain stops to process, giving you control. Women exposed to this often describe butterflies without knowing why. The magic is in timing. Use this when she's laughing or mid-story, moments her guard is down. The contrast between the lively setting and your intimate whisper creates a jolt of connection, tying that thrill to you. Research shows whispers near the ear trigger microsurges of adrenaline, mimicking the rush of a shared secret. Here's the key. Pull back immediately after. Return to normal posture like nothing happened. This leaves her craving more, replaying the moment in her head. She'll try to decode your meaning, and by then you've already won. But what if I told you the third secret requires no touch at all, just your gaze? Secret Touch 3. The look that freezes her resistance. There's a way to make her stall, lose her train of thought, even forget what she was saying, without touching or speaking. Master the impact gaze. a deliberate, slow stare that pierces beyond the surface, triggering a primal reflex. This isn't a generic, interested look, but a calculated fixation, irrationally magnetic. The trick? Hold eye contact 0.5 seconds longer than normal, then briefly drop to her lips before returning to her eyes. This near-invisible motion creates tension, sparking chemical reactions. The science? The brain interprets this as a proto-kiss, a non-verbal hint of intimacy. Don't stare, disrupt the pattern. When she's mid-sentence, lock eyes like she said something fascinating, tilt your head slightly, and smirk. The goal is to seem like you've discovered something about her even she doesn't know. Women exposed to this often adjust their posture, touch their hair, or lose their train of thought. The perfect moment. When she asks a question or shares an opinion, instead of answering, hold the stare in weighted silence, like you're deciphering a code. This void forces her to self-sabotage, wondering if she misspoke or if you see something others don't. That's when the interaction tilts in your favor, but this is just the beginning. Wait until you learn the fourth secret, one that makes her unconsciously close the distance between you. Secret touch 4, the proximity she can't resist. There's an invisible radius around her body, a boundary that when crossed strategically, triggers an uncontrollable urge to step closer. You'll use what behavior experts call staggered comfort zones, invading her personal space in a way that attracts instead of alarms. The trick? Enter and exit before she notices the manipulation. Start 1.2 meters away, standard social distance. Gradually, through natural movements, grabbing an object, pointing, reduce to 80 centimeters. Her brain will register you as familiar, not intrusive. Then at peak connection, advance to 50 centimeters for just 3 seconds, long enough for her to feel your warmth, but not react. When you retreat, her instinct will be to bridge the gap herself. This taps into primal attraction. Humans seek completion when they feel chemistry. By creating sudden emptiness, your withdrawal, you trigger biological discomfort, like the air is missing something. Studies show 78% of women under these conditions unconsciously step closer within 30 seconds. The genius part? Use this in loud or crowded settings where contact seems accidental. Lean in to hear her better, letting your scent or body heat linger for a second. When you pull away, watch. She'll adjust her hair, accidentally brush your arm, or find excuses to shrink the space between you. And the most explosive secret is still ahead. Secret touch 5. The touch she thinks she started. The ultimate seduction illusion isn't making her want you, it's making her believe she initiated it. Enter the reflexive touch. Here's how it works. During laughter or connection, let your arm or leg lightly graze hers, like an accident. But here's the twist. After 3 seconds, pull away subtly, as if she invaded your space. The human brain justifies unconscious actions. By creating this inverted touch, she'll assume she craved the contact. This leverages manipulation psychology. People trust ideas they believe are their own. You're making her convince herself the attraction is her idea. Timing is everything. Accidentally nudge her elbow during a joke or let your knees align when sitting. Act oblivious. When you withdraw, notice. She'll mirror the touch later, unknowingly following your script. Why does this work? It removes all resistance. If she thinks she acted first, there's no guilt or fear, just impulse. Research shows women are 3x more likely to escalate physically when they believe they made the first move. You're selling a fantasy she wants to buy. Now imagine combining all 5 secrets: wrist, whisper, gaze, proximity, and reflexive touch. The result? A chemical chain reaction so seamless, she'll swear the chemistry was natural when you orchestrated every second. You've just uncovered what few men know. Seduction isn't about force, but about the invisible switches nature installed in her psyche. Every touch, look, or word you learn today is a key to a world where attraction isn't luck, it's applied science. But remember, with great power comes responsibility. Use these techniques ethically because true mastery isn't about conquest. It's about making her feel she chose you. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these secrets surprised you most? Have you ever accidentally triggered one or noticed someone using them on you? Comment below. Your story could help others master this art. If this added value, hit like and subscribe. There are more secrets ahead. And you won't want to miss the next video, where I'll reveal how to read her mind using just 3 strategic questions. Until then, remember, the game of attraction is already playing, and now you hold the winning hand.